5 home exercises for steel legs and glutes after 50. Use only your body. Did you know that, according to a study published in the journal PLOS One in 2024, a small increase in the strength of the muscles around the glute is enough to reduce the risk of falls in older adults by 86.3%? That's right. And yet, finding people who have passed 50 and train glutes is very rare. If we talk specifically about men, it gets worse. Most still have that silly idea that training glutes is a woman's thing. As you saw, the statistics don't lie, and reducing the chance of falls is just one of the benefits of having stronger glutes. That's why today you'll see the only 5 home exercises you need for strong and healthy glutes, and the 5 reasons that make the glutes, especially if you've passed 50, the most important muscles in your entire body. Before we start, please tell us through the comments your name and the city where you're watching our content from. We'd love to know. Reason number 1: pelvic stability and fall prevention. After 50 years, something that happens naturally is the decrease in proprioception, which is your body's ability to understand where it is in space. Balance begins to fail, and those situations that you used to handle without even thinking, like stepping on an irregular step or tripping on a rug, can now result in serious falls. And here's the crucial point. The gluteus medius, that muscle located on the side of the hip, is the main one responsible for stabilizing your pelvis with each step you take. When it's strong, your base is solid. When it's weak, it's like walking on an unstable surface all the time. Falls are one of the main causes of fractures in people over 50, mainly femur and hip fractures, which can lead to very serious and even fatal complications. Strengthening your glutes isn't just an aesthetic issue. It's literally a matter of survival and maintaining independence. Reason number 2: functional power for daily activities. Think about how many times a day you need to get up from a chair. Now add to that climbing stairs, carrying shopping bags, picking something up from the floor, getting in and out of the car. All these activities depend fundamentally on hip extension, a movement commanded mainly by the gluteus maximus, the largest muscle in the human body. When your glutes are strong, these tasks become not only easier, but also much safer. You reduce the risk of compensations that can overload the lower back or knees. The functional power that well-trained glutes provide is incomparable. It's the difference between needing help to perform basic tasks or maintaining your complete autonomy. Many people after 50 start avoiding stairs or activities that demand more from the lower body simply because it became too difficult. This creates a vicious cycle. The less you do, the weaker you get, and the weaker you get, the less you can do. Reason number 3: more active metabolism. The gluteus maximus isn't just the largest muscle in the human body. It's also one of the most powerful muscle groups you have. More muscle mass means more calorie expenditure, even at rest. Your basal metabolism increases because muscle tissue is metabolically active, meaning it constantly consumes energy to maintain itself. After 50, the body's natural tendency is to reduce muscle mass and increase body fat, a process called sarcopenia. When you maintain or develop your glutes, you're literally fighting against this degenerative process. Additionally, compound exercises that work the glutes, like squats and lunges, generate an effect called EPOC, which is excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. This means that even after finishing your workout, your body continues burning calories above normal for hours. Reason number 4: prevention of osteoarthritis in the hip and knees. Here's something most people don't understand. Your glutes are fundamental for the health of your joints. The glute stabilizes the femur, maintaining the correct alignment of the leg during movements. When it's weak, the knee tends to fall inward, a condition called valgus. This misalignment brutally accelerates joint wear in both the knee and hip. Every step you take with this misalignment is literally corroding your joints. Osteoarthritis is a degenerative condition where joint cartilage progressively wears away, causing pain, inflammation, and loss of mobility. Strong glutes maintain correct biomechanical alignment, distributing forces evenly across the joints. This not only reduces the progression of existing osteoarthritis, but also prevents its development. If you feel pain when going up or down stairs, when doing squats, or even when walking for prolonged periods, strengthening your glutes may be the solution you're looking for. The pain often doesn't come from the joint itself, but from the overload caused by weak, stabilizing muscles. Reason number 5, increased bone density. Osteoporosis is a real concern after 50, especially for women, but it also affects men. Bone density naturally decreases with age, making bones more fragile and susceptible to fractures. What many don't know is that strength exercises that generate mechanical load on the bones stimulate bone remodeling. When you do exercises like squats, lunges, or glute bridges, you're applying positive mechanical stress on the hip bones, femur, and spine. This stress signals to the body that it needs to strengthen these structures, increasing mineral deposition and improving bone density. It's a natural adaptive process of the organism. The more you stimulate your bones through resistance exercises, the stronger they become. Now that you understand why glutes are so important after 50, let's go to the exercises that will transform your legs and glutes. Exercise number 5. Standing hip abduction. This exercise is one of the most underestimated when talking about glute strengthening, but it's absolutely fundamental, especially after 50. Standing hip abduction intensely works the gluteus medius, that muscle responsible for lateral hip stabilization. Remember when we talked about fall prevention? This is the key exercise for that. The gluteus medius prevents your hip from dropping to the side when you're supported on just one leg, a situation that happens with every step you take when walking. To execute correctly, stand beside a wall or firm chair, which you'll use only for light support and balance. Keep your body upright, shoulders relaxed, and core slightly contracted. Transfer weight to one leg, and keeping the other completely extended, raise it laterally as much as you can without tilting your torso to the opposite side. This point is crucial. Many people compensate by tilting their entire body, which completely nullifies the glute work. The movement must come exclusively from the hip. In the final position, you should feel an intense contraction on the side of the glute of the supporting leg and in the upper region of the leg that's moving. For beginners or people with more compromised balance, start with 2 to 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions on each side, resting 45 to 60 seconds between sets. As you gain strength and stability, increase to 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. This is a muscle that responds very well to higher training volumes. The most common mistakes include tilting the torso, which takes all the work away from the glute, raising the leg by bending the knee instead of keeping it extended, and doing the movement too fast, using momentum instead of muscular control. Another frequent mistake is rotating the hip to be able to raise the leg more, which also diverts work from the target muscle. Contraindications include acute trochanteric bursitis, where any abduction movement causes intense pain on the side of the hip, and serious balance problems without adequate supervision. If you have a recent hip prosthesis, consult your doctor before performing this exercise. For those with hip osteoarthritis, this exercise can be beneficial, but should be done with reduced amplitude and without pain. Exercise number 4. Donkey kick. The donkey kick is a fantastic exercise that intensely isolates the gluteus maximus, allowing you to develop strength and hypertrophy, even using only body weight. What makes this movement especially valuable after 50 is that it works the glute in its primary function of hip extension, but without placing axial load on the spine, something very important for those with lower back issues. This exercise mainly targets the gluteus maximus, but also significantly recruits the hamstrings and spinal erectors for stabilization. Position yourself on all fours on the floor, with hands directly below shoulders and knees below hips. Keep your spine neutral, avoiding both excessive arching and rounding your back. Contract your abdomen to stabilize the lower back region. From this position, keep one knee flexed at 90 degrees and raise the leg back and up, as if trying to stamp the sole of your foot on the ceiling. The movement must come exclusively from the hip, not the lower back. Raise until you feel maximum contraction in the glute, generally when the thigh is parallel to the floor or slightly above. Hold for 1 second, contracting the glute intensely and lower in a controlled manner to the starting position without letting the knee touch the floor. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to science-based information is what will make you progress with health in the long term in the world of bodybuilding. Start with 3 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions on each side with 45 seconds of rest between sets. When this becomes comfortable, increase to 4 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. To increase difficulty without adding weight, you can do pauses of 2 to 3 seconds at the top of the movement, increasing time under tension, or add small pulses at the end of the range. The most frequent mistakes are excessively arching the lower back to be able to raise the leg more, which transfers work from the glute to the lower back region and can cause pain. Another common mistake is doing the movement too fast, using momentum and removing constant tension from the muscle. Many people also let the hip rotate during the movement, which misaligns the biomechanics and reduces effectiveness. Keep the hip always parallel to the floor. This exercise is contraindicated for people with acute knee injuries, especially in prolonged flexion position. If you have wrist problems, you can support your forearms on the floor instead of your hands. Those with chronic lower back pain should take special care not to arch the spine during the movement. Exercise number 3, glute bridge. The glute bridge is probably the most efficient exercise to work the gluteus maximus at home using only body weight. It's a pure hip extension movement that places the glutes in maximum contraction in the final position, something few exercises can do so efficiently. After 50, this exercise becomes even more valuable because it strengthens not only the glutes, but the entire posterior chain, including hamstrings and spinal erectors, fundamental muscles for maintaining upright posture and preventing lower back pain. Lie on your back on the floor with knees bent and feet supported, separated at hip width. The distance of the feet should be such that when you raise your hip, your knees are at approximately 90 degrees. Arms at your sides, palms facing down to help with stability. From this position, push your heels against the floor and raise your hip until forming a straight line from shoulders to knees. This is the key point. Don't excessively arch the lower back, trying to go higher. The movement should stop when the glutes are fully contracted and the body aligned. At the top, contract the glutes intensely for 2 to 3 seconds, as if trying to squeeze something between them. The most common mistakes include excessively arching the lower back, which transfers work from the glutes to the lower back region and can cause discomfort. Another mistake is pushing with the toes instead of the heels, activating the quadriceps more. Many people also go up very quickly using momentum and come down letting the hip drop all at once, losing all muscle tension. Start with 3 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions, resting 45 to 60 seconds between sets. This is an exercise where you can work with higher repetitions without problems. When it becomes easy, increase to 4 sets of 20 to 25 repetitions, or add pauses of 3 to 5 seconds at the top of the movement. Another excellent progression is the single leg bridge, where you support only one foot and keep the other leg extended, doubling the difficulty. Contraindications include acute lumbar disc herniation, where spine extension can aggravate symptoms, and cervical problems that worsen with pressure in the region. If you have uncontrolled hypertension, avoid holding your breath during the exercise, maintaining constant breathing. People with knee problems generally tolerate this exercise well, but should adjust foot position to avoid discomfort. Exercise number 2, step up with chair. The step up is an exceptional unilateral exercise that perfectly simulates the movement of climbing stairs, creating immediate transfer to daily activities. After 50, working the lower limbs unilaterally becomes even more important because it exposes and corrects strength asymmetries that we naturally develop throughout life. These asymmetries are largely responsible for falls and injuries. This exercise intensely works the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and still significantly challenges balance and proprioception. Position a firm and stable chair against a wall. The ideal height is one where your knee is at approximately 90 degrees when you place your foot on the seat. If this is too high initially, use a lower surface. Place one foot completely on the chair with the whole foot supported, not just the toe. Hands can be on your waist, or use light support on the wall for balance, but without pushing to help with the ascent. The work should come from the leg that's on the chair. Lean your torso slightly forward, keep the core contracted, and push the heel of the foot that's on the chair to raise your entire body until you're completely standing on the chair. The knee of the opposite leg should rise naturally. At the top, fully extend the hip and knee, standing upright. The most common mistakes include propelling with the bottom leg instead of working with the top leg, which nullifies the exercise's objective. Another mistake is tilting the torso excessively forward or to the sides, creating compensations that take work away from the glutes. Start with 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions on each side, resting 60 seconds between sets. This is a more challenging exercise than the previous ones, so starting with fewer repetitions is adequate. When you gain confidence and strength, and increase to 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions. To progress, you can gradually increase the surface height or hold light weights in your hands. Contraindications include serious balance problems without supervision, acute knee injuries that worsen with deep flexion, and severe knee osteoarthritis, where unilateral load causes significant pain. If you have a knee prosthesis, consult your doctor before performing this exercise. For those with patellofemoral pain, reducing the surface height can help. Exercise number 1, Bulgarian split squat. The Bulgarian split squat is the king of unilateral exercises for lower limbs. It's an extremely efficient movement that works glutes, quadriceps, and hamstrings with intensity comparable to weighted exercises, but using only body weight. For those who have passed 50, this exercise offers the advantage of developing significant strength in each leg individually, correcting imbalances and drastically improving functional balance. The elevated positioning of the rear leg increases the range of motion of the front leg, generating greater activation of the gluteus maximus and hamstrings. Position yourself with your back to a chair or low bench. Place the top of one foot on the chair behind you, keeping the other leg in front. The distance should be such that, when you lower, the front knee forms 90 degrees and is aligned with the ankle, not surpassing the toe. Hands can be on your waist or hold something for balance if necessary. Keep your torso upright, core contracted, and gaze forward. Lower by flexing the front knee, keeping weight on the heel of that leg. Lower until the thigh is parallel to the floor, or the maximum your range allows without pain. The most common mistakes include positioning the legs too close or too far, completely altering the exercise's biomechanics. Another mistake is letting the front knee surpass the toe too much, overloading the joint. Many people also tilt the torso excessively forward, taking work away from the glutes, or do the movement too fast, losing control and stability. Start with 2 to 3 sets of 6 to 8 repetitions on each side, resting 60 to 90 seconds between sets. This exercise is really challenging, so starting with few repetitions is appropriate. When you gain strength and confidence, increase to 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. To progress, you can increase the range of motion, do pauses of 2 seconds in the lowest position, or eventually hold light weights. Contraindications include acute knee injuries, especially ligament injuries, serious balance problems, and moderate to severe knee osteoarthritis, where deep flexion causes significant pain. If you have ankle mobility limitation, you can place a small wedge under the front heel. People with lower back problems should take special care to keep the spine neutral throughout the movement. If you enjoyed it and want to also discover the 11 mistakes that most people who train make without realizing, and that unfortunately throw all the effort in the trash, we left a video appearing right now on the screen showing each one of them better. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching until here, and God bless you, my friend.